So, for this lesson, I'm gonna show you a few really useful voicings for dominant 7th chords, and they are called drop 2 voicings. I'm gonna play them on the top 4 strings, so on the D string, G string, B string, and E string. And you can play these voicings in 4 different places. You have the root position, and then you have 3 inversions. So I'm gonna explain what the drop 2 voicing is for you. So let's stick to the key of A for a 12-bar blues progression, okay? A 12-bar blues progression in the key of A. So here's an A7 chord. You have the root, the major 3rd, the perfect 5th, and the flat 7. This voicing is kind of awkward, as you can see. It's hard to move around. So what you can do, you can make this chord into a drop 2 voicing. So the second note counted from the E string, so 1, 2. So the note on the B string here, drop that 1 octave. This is an E, so we can play the E here. By doing that, I don't have a finger on my B string anymore. So that means that this note here, the G note, I can move that note to the G on the B string instead. So instead of playing the chord like this, I can play it like this. So this is a drop 2 voicing. But I told you I were gonna play these voicings on the top 4 strings. So those notes, you can play them here also. So this is a drop 2 voicing for A7 chord with the 5th in the bass. Alright. And I'm gonna show you each inversion now. So this is the first one. Next one. 5th fret, 6th fret, 5th fret, 5th fret. Next one. 7th fret, 9th fret, 8th fret, 9th fret. Next one, 11th fret, 12, 10, 12. That's it. So you have those 4 positions. And obviously, if we're gonna play a 12-bar blues in the key of A, we have A7, D7, E7, those 3 chords. So why don't we play all those 3 chords with these drop 2 voicings? You can do this in several different ways, and you can choose to jump around and switch position, you know. I'm gonna show you one way how you can practice this. So in a 12-bar blues, you obviously have the 4 chord and the 5 chord. So the 4 chord in the key of A is D7 and the 5 chord is E7. So I'm gonna show you the drop 2 voicings for these chords also. So D7, open string, 2nd fret, 1st fret, 2nd fret. Next one, 4th fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret. Next one, 7th fret, 7th fret, 7th fret, and 8th fret. Next one, 10th fret, 11, 10, 10. That's it. So and now for the E7 chord. Here we have E, 2nd fret, 4th fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret. Next one, 6th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret, 7th fret. Next one, 9, 9, 9, 10. And the next one here, 12, 13, 12, 13. And when you learn these voicings, I recommend that you try to remember where the degrees are, or I should say what the degrees are, what the interval is for each note. For example, if I play the E7 here, this is the flat 7, this is the major 3rd, this is the perfect 5th, and this is the root. You really want to have that knowledge if you want to be able to move forward in your guitar playing and get to the next level. It's really, really important. I can't emphasize that enough. You really need to know your intervals, okay? Anyway, now I'm gonna play a 12-bar blues progression here in 4 different positions using all these voicings. So I could start here for the A7. And then, you know, D7 here. And for the E7 we could play open string, 1st fret, open string, open string. So it would sound something like this. 3, 4. One more time. A, D, A, D, A, E, D, A, E. Alright, and now let's do the same thing but in another position. So here's A, 5, 6, 5, 5. I'm gonna play the D7 chord here, 4th fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret. And for the E7 chord, I will play 2, 4, 3, 4. Okay, 3, 4, A, D, A, D, A, E, D, A, E. Alright, let's move on. Next one. A here. 7, 9, 8, 9. I could play the D7 chord here. 7, 7, 7, 8. And then the E7 I could play here. 6, 7, 5, 7. So here we go. 3, 4. D, A, D, A, E, D, A, E. Alright, let's move on. The last one. Here, for the A7, I will play 11th fret, 12th fret, 10th fret, 12. For the D7, 10, 11, 10, 10. And for the E7, 9, 9, 9, 10. So here we go. 3, 4. Alright? So knowing these chords is obviously good because you get an understanding of the chords and how you can play them over the entire neck. So that's good, obviously. So now you can play a 12-bar blues over the entire neck, you know. And then the next step would be to learn different scales that you can play through each of these voicings, you know. So you could, I'm not gonna show you this in detail now because this lesson will be too long then, but for example, you could play your A7 here, and then you learn the A mixolydian scale, for example, in this position. Or the A minor pentatonic. And so on. And you do that for each position. So try to work on these voicings and experiment with them. First, I recommend that you play them like I did, you know, try to stick in one position, and then eventually you can start to jump around, you know. Now, for example, when I played the A7 here, I played the other two chords below. If I played A here, I would play the D here and the E here. Obviously, you can try something else. You could play A here. You could move up, play D here, and play E here. You know, you could play, so you're playing A here. You could play D here, and E here, and A here. A, D, E, A. A here. To D, to E, to A. One more time. A, D, E, A. I will end this lesson by playing a 12-bar blues progression here again for you. And I will add some extensions probably, like a 13 or a 6. A 9, D9. Alright, I will of course do more lessons on this, you know, and talk about the 13 and the 6 and the sharp 5 and so on. Alright, so here we go. Once again, I will use drop 2 voicings, but I will add 13, 16, sharp 5s and so on. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.